Morning everybody. Enjoyed last night's meet up, that was good. It rained all night and it's still raining. We're leaving today. We're on our way to Wayside Farm, Minskip Road, Staveley. It's near Knaresborough. We've been before actually. Little 3-van site. You only get 3 vans on it, but it's an adult only. And we're going there for 3 days, but we're going to call in for some food on the way there somewhere. Don't know where. Okay, so see you later. Bye. We've arrived. We called in at Wetherby.
No, we didn't.
No, not Wetherby, Boroughbridge. Yeah, we called in at Boroughbridge to get some stuff that Pat can eat on this diet. Oh, it's proving to be difficult, is this diet, isn't it, Pat? Don't know what to eat. I'm going to search Google and see if I can find some recipes for low carb recipes.
I'm going to have some mackerel and tomato for my lunch.
Mackerel and tomato. There, I hope that's alright, Chris.
Yeah, mackerel's trace.
Right. Anyway, I'll show you where we are. We're just in a temporary spot at the moment because it's only a 3-van site, this. But there are 2 vans on the hard standings and the only one left is grass and it's a bit muddy. So the chap who's on the hard standings going tomorrow, so she's put me here, I'll show you. Put me here on this gravelly bit here for the time being, just for tonight. And then I'm going to back in onto that hard standing tomorrow. Wayside Farm, Minskip, £15 a night with a hookup. It's a CL. Yeah, there's one there and one there. This is where I was supposed to go, but it looks a bit muddy there, so going on there tomorrow when this gentleman leaves. Hello, this YouTube channel.
Oh, is it?
Do you mind being on YouTube?
Really? It's not really, I don't mind.
You don't mind. I'm just telling everybody where I am, where I've come to.
Oh, right, okay.
Showing them the site. Take you to entrance. Minskip Road, I believe this is. I don't know if you'll remember, but I came here before. And if you see that blue, I don't know if you can see that blue sign up that road there. But that's a nature reserve. It's a nature reserve just up there on right. And you can walk round there, that nature reserve, to the village. And there's a pub in the village. Apparently they do really good food. Yeah, that's where we are. There's Twat there. Mind you, it has been behaving its sin lately. So, it stopped raining, sun's coming out. There we are. There's Pat preparing a mackerel. Are you having it cold? You have it cold, dear?
Yeah.
You don't have to cook it?
No.
And I'm having what were left over from
last night. Corned beef hash.
Corned beef hash. Yeah. Okay, see you later. Hi everyone. Going back now to the story. As you know, I carried on running the gallery during my first year, but by the second 2 years I closed it down and I was just painting, using part of it as a studio for painting in. And later on in my final year, Melvin turned up. He came across and he asked me what I intended doing with the place, with what was the Breadline Gallery. What do you intend doing it when you leave college, he said. I said, well, I'm going to paint, because I was painting large paintings then, well, drawings, these wax drawings, they were all quite big. So I had a room upstairs where I was drawing these drawings, but the rest of the gallery was empty, apart from our living accommodation, of course. So he says to me, why don't you open a piano shop? I says, I don't know about pianos. He says, well, you don't need to. He said, I'll fill it with pianos. We'll get Frank Leafhead, the piano tuner from Boston Spa, to come and tune them. And you can paint upstairs, and when somebody comes in, sell them a piano, and that's it. And I think I were on commission only. I didn't actually get paid a wage or anything. I just got a commission on every piano I sold. So that's what we did. Now you might remember on the live stream I said I did an apprenticeship without knowing. Well, this is how it happened, because right, I left college and Melvin did fill it with pianos. The ground floor, there were 2 rooms, well, 3 rooms. 3 rooms he filled with pianos on the ground floor. And I used to paint upstairs, and of course I had no interest in pianos whatsoever. I knew nothing about pianos, I had no interest in pianos. It was just a way of making money while I painted. So what Frank did, the piano tuner, he arranged to come every Monday and spend the day in the shop, which was fair enough. And Frank had been an headmaster at a school in Wetherby, and he'd taken early retirement, had Frank. So he were quite, I think he were quite well off. He actually tuned pianos. He was taught to tune by a tuner, I believe. And he did it to get him out of the house, I think, as much as all. I don't think he needed the money. He just did it to get him out of the house. And he used to come across on a Monday, and his lunchbox was something to behold. It was the neatest lunchbox I'd ever seen. He used to stay for lunch, and I used to be quite taken by his lunchbox.
His wife used to put him a Kit Kat in, didn't she?
And he hated Kit Kat. And his wife knew he hated Kit Kat, but she always put one in. I remember one Christmas I sent him a present for Christmas, and I put it on a Kit Kat. All right. Well, of course, Frank thought nothing about our music, because at that time I was still in the band. I was still playing in the band as well. Yeah, because he wasn't impressed at all by our music, and he wasn't impressed by my drawings either. In fact, he thought me and Melvin were a couple of likely lads who had no regard for the future or responsibility for our families. And he used to complain. Frank would complain about the pianos. And I said, what's wrong with them? He said, they're broken. They need repairing. So I said, well, isn't that what you've come for? And he says, yeah, but I'd be here all day doing one piano. And that'd cost you a fortune. He says, you should be doing this so that when I come, all I have to do is tune them, not have to repair them. All right. So how would I do that? He says, you send off for these tools, and he gave me a list of tools. I had to send off to Hexers in London for these special piano tools, and a book. Can't remember what they called this book. On repairs. It was on repairs was the first book he told me to send for. So I read this book on repairs, and I did repairs. Did the repairs that Frank told me needed to be done. And when he'd come back, he'd check them. And this went on a while, and then he said, all these pianos need regulating. It's a complicated thing, is this, because a piano, when it's set up, conforms to a mathematical formula. Very, very complex thing is a piano. Things move for a very precise distance, and then something kicks in, and another thing happens for a precise distance, and then another thing happens, and there are all these things have to be regulated so that everything's moving the correct distance at the correct point in time. So it all can see my SD card were full, so it cut off. So we're going to leave it there, and I'll carry on the story in the next video. Okay, see ya.